Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Monday, the 30th of December, 2024. And finally, we have a change of air mass. So we're starting here with the synoptic from midnight last night, and we can see that this cold front's finally gone through the area. Albeit a weak affair, it's brought that change of air mass that we so desperately needed. It's run on to lunchtime today, and that cold front kind of fizzles out. But we're left with a sort of westerly-ish airflow looking at the isobars there. Although there is still quite a huge high pressure right across Europe, we're now getting the benefit of these low pressure systems, and so pushing into the area and bringing a bit of frontal weather with them. I'll just run that on again through midnight tonight and into tomorrow. And you can see that it's getting a little bit windier tomorrow. The isobars are starting to close up again. And we've got another cold front coming down the country with a few occlusions behind it. But we'll see what that brings when we actually get to tomorrow. SatPic, if we just let this run through to sunrise and the sunlight getting on the ground, we can see there is still a fair bit of top cover. You can see that there in the picture. But at least it's off the deck now, which is going to give us a chance to fly today. Very little rain in the picture south of the border between Scotland and England. And if we have a look at the rain forecast, we can see there is a few what looks like showers out in the channel in the West Country and into Wales. But none of that appears to get anywhere near us throughout the day if we right through until the hours of sort of darkness there. Odium's METAR at this moment in time, or certainly half an hour ago, there's 2209 knots, greater than 10k visibility, overcast at 1200 feet, temperature 7, dew point 4, pressure 1028. Farnborough, again, about just over half an hour ago, 2308 knots, greater than 10k vis, overcast at 1400 feet, temperature 7, dew point 4, pressure 1029. And their TAF is forecasting 2209 knots, greater than 10k visibility, broken at 2000 feet, and then temporarily between now and 11, broken at 1400 feet. So certainly an improvement on the last 6-7 days. Spot winds at 1,000 feet to the north of us, 240, 25 knots, and 1,000 feet to the south of us, 230, 10 knots. Windy is showing sort of southwesterly airflow. I'll pick 3 o'clock in the afternoon to have a look at see what it's like at the end of the day. It's pretty much going to be like this all day long. We're looking at 8 knots southwesterly. And the local Met Office forecast for this local area, they're showing the winds around about 10 knots and then dying out throughout the day down to about 7 or 8 knots at the end of the flying day. Temperatures between 7 and 8 centigrade. Maybe a bit of sunshine breaking through in the morning, but then overcast in the afternoon again. But the humidity, you can see, is down out of the 90s now. And it's given us a better chance of getting something out of the day. GFS are showing a temperature of around about 9 centigrade at lunchtime today, with the dew point down at about 6. So a nice little split there. Currently, we have 6 centigrade with a dew point of 4. And the biggest thing here is on the camera on the south side, we can actually see the north side now and beyond. So we've got rid of all that fog. I'm not quite sure what SkySight's showing here in terms of it being correct or not. It's certainly better than their forecasting right at this moment in time. And I would assume that this is going to be incorrect throughout the day, so I'm not going to linger too much on that. And Top Meteo, again, running through the cloud cover from 9 o'clock, they're saying it's perhaps below 1,000 feet for pretty much most of the period. But we'll just wait and see what that actually brings. No Tams then, there's a fair few around. Five is Goodwoods, that's the air traffic hours of operation have changed, have been no tammed. Nine is Oak Hanger. There's a rat there for it's applicable to UAVs only. 11 is Winchester, there's live firing there at the ranges. And so 12 through sort of 14, 15, 16 is all the danger areas. Delta 123, 124, 125, 126, and 128 are all active, and 16 and 17 are again rats to do with UAVs. So nothing to worry about there for us. We'll move on then to the airfield briefing. And we'll start with the usual cross section. Here's the Odium cross section, a lot better than we've seen over the last week. Cloud Bay is eventually getting up to about 1,500, 2,000 feet after about lunchtime. So we should get a decent day's flying out of it. There's no weather warnings. The surface winds being sort of westerly 8 to 10 knots. It should give us a good day's flying. So glider bookings and availability. There's one K211 booked on instructional flying. There's availability in all the single seaters. There's a K21 available for casual list. There's one booked by club members, and there's a couple of individuals on the casual list. If there's any instructors available, then please come out and help. Couple of church notices, the SPL deadline, usual information there. Please get them done as soon as you can. And just a little reminder about the speed limit on the Perry track. I've seen quite a few cars over the past few days speeding around the Perry track at greater than 20 miles an hour. Please keep your speed down. And if you see anyone else speeding, just signal to them to slow down as well. There are kids on site, and we don't want anything silly happening. Movements-wise, there's nothing to report. So the general situation is there's a high pressure across the whole of Europe. It's giving way to a westerly flow and a change of air mass with the frontal systems that are coming down from the north. We'll be on runway 27 hard for launching today. Cables on the boom to the south. Landing on the grass on 27. It's wet, but it's all soft to firm. It's perfectly usable. Just please don't use your wheel brakes unless it's absolutely necessary when you're landing on the grass. And of course, the grass to the south end of 05 and 34 is still saturated and is out of bounds. So please do not land or taxi on the disused runways. They're shown in red on the next slide. And please clean the gliders at the end of flying. So this is the setup for today. Launch point vehicle will be just to the north of the centre line. In fact, I may have that the wrong way around, but anyway, we'll be winch launching and air towing off the hards, landing on the grass, and we'll see which side the winch cables are going to be on when we get out there. That's it from me today. Mike Botch is going to be looking after the show today. He is around. He's in the clubhouse at the moment. So please direct all your questions towards Mike about today's operation. That's it from me. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Well done, Anne.